When you say healthy things are coming, or healthy competition is coming, I mean, is it really healthy? Because you look at some of the, or is there really a competition? For example, the PDP had issues for a really long time. And then in the South, and it looked like they were resolving it because some people left, and so it looks like they were resolving it. But now it's even the PDP in the South that is now having issues of where to zone and where not to, how to zone and how not to zone.
It can be resolved.
And then even the ADC seem to also had leadership issues at Tussle at some point, and now they are the ones asking their members to resign from the other parties. It looks like some people are still holding back.
That's what I'm
even
saying
though
to
whilst
you.
they are still in the
It's
party.
healthy because that is what we expect from coalition of deceptive people. Coalition of hatred can never bring anything good. I've said it here and I will repeat it. So the people that are in the coalition, they are people that have, so to speak, led Nigeria before. Vice President, Senate President, governors, Speaker, and all of that. We have seen some people stand for Nigeria even in third-term era. May his soul rest in peace. I don't want to mention his name. And we have seen some people compromise Nigeria severally. And so we know them. And that is why I'm saying to you that it's healthy, because we're in 2025. We're going to 2026. So we're going to see a lot of drama before the next election. However, the ruling party and some opposition parties have seen clearly what is happening. We are no more mugus. We know what is right and what is wrong for Nigeria.
So you don't think that this coalition is going anywhere? And then what do you make of the call, saying to their members, leave your other parties, resign from your membership of your other parties and then register with
that's
ADC?
That's to nail the coffin. That's fantastic news for me. Because you see, you cannot be in Labour Party and say, Atiku is calling you to be in a coalition. It doesn't make sense for Nigeria. It doesn't make sense for anybody that wants to lead Nigeria. You cannot govern, be a presidential candidate under a party. And some people will call you around and boss you around and you say, well, that's the best thing for Nigeria. Inconsistencies. For me, it's scary. And going forward, seeing that happening, for people coming behind, as having done leadership skills and understood what is going on, it's scary. That is instability coming. But with what we have now, we have seen the dollar coming down gradually. They predicted 1,500 as their benchmark. Dollar was 1,480. That's a fantastic news for me. They predicted hunger. Now, yam that they are selling 4,000 naira in Lagos, I can buy it at 500 to 1,000 naira in Ibadan and bring it to Lagos.
Are you still a member of the Accord Party? I just want to be sure because you seem to be speaking for...
I'm a Nigerian, I'm Accord.
All right.
I've always been Accord since 2010. I left PDP and I can never go to PDP. I predicted PDP's failure. Because I had an appointment, I resigned. I was a PDP member as a young man. So I've seen PDP and I've seen what they are capable of doing. And Nigerians have seen them for 16 years. So I know parameters that PDP will come down, knowing what I studied. So they are down and they cannot rise up in 2027. It's not possible with what is happening now because the majority of PDP members are now in so-called coalition. And coalition will not stand because everybody wants to be a president. So looking at the permutations now, the other party that is in power, it should be smiling. Because already they are saying to themselves, leave the party you were and come and stabilize this. Who's going to do that?
But why do you think that, for someone like Peter Obi and other members who are dragging, why do you think they're dragging the resignation of their memberships of other parties?
They have to. Because it's a backup for them. Why won't they? That's why I'm saying to you that, is he consistent with his words and his actions? No. Is he showing a presidential character before elections? No. Because instability, inconsistencies are too much. Nigeria needs a focused leader right now. This is what I'm going to do for you. And he's doing it. Action, not talk. We have seen that happen several times now. And that's all I'm interested in. I am in opposition, I'm in Accord, but I have seen consistency of policy. Yes, when you want to mark in those days, it is with Pepe that you mark yourselves to identify. When it comes out, it's Gombolele, Bamulele, and you identify. This is from Ibadan, this is from Oyo, this is from Ogbomoso. When a woman gives birth or wants to give birth, it's hurting. They induce. It's hurting. Oh, push. When she delivers and she has a child, And the father of the child can see the child. He said, Alhamdulillah. But all that process was torture. So that's what we're going through now. Does it mean, who's telling you that Nigeria is not going to be better? I believe Nigeria is going to be better. I believe Nigeria is already getting better because goodwill is 24 to 25% in economics. Already, goodwill has started to change the narrative for Nigeria. By what the president has done in so many places he has gone. For someone to get 2.3 billion direct FDI, it's not a joke. Niger State governor, people were teasing him and saying he's become a young man. It's because of the investment that is coming to Niger State. I grew up in Niger State, Mina. So I know what direct investments can bring there. They have banned shea butter exportation. Do you know what that means? Industries in Nigeria can thrive. So it's not about dollar now. We can make the best cream. We can make the best soap. We can make the best food for ourselves. Food security is the first thing. Priority for a government. This is what is happening now. Niger State government imported tractors. The federal government has done another importation of tractors. If that is put to use before the end of this year, there's going to be bumper harvest. Far more than the governor's forum governor of Kwara State predicted last year when he was talking to him. He said we had bumper harvest. Unfortunately, people exported it. What are you doing as a governor? So there are a lot of things that has to be done. It's not about federal.
So back to the issue of those who have not resigned their membership, because from what you say, you talked about inconsistency. So you think that this is more of a litmus test of their consistency and loyalty?
Before the 2027 election, it's good for them. Let us see how they play out. And it's good for the ruling party too. Because they are playing their cards before the electionary starts. So just sweep them out. So, you see... Okay.
The ADC has said that it is not their by principle that they like to leave the field open for everyone to play and let the best man emerge as their presidential candidate. Atiku has, that's the former vice president, has indicated interest in running. Maybe just him. We know that Peter Obi, of course, was to run. He was a presidential candidate in 2023 with the Labour Party. Do you think that was the right decision to say everybody go to the field, or they should have zoned it, and that could have been
that's where the chaos is going to start. That's where the house divided against itself will fall. That's where you see people now leaving that party again and going into another party. You see, what is going to happen before 2026? There are a lot of dramas coming up. Is it Atiku that will allow Peter Obi? When Peter Obi says, my boss is calling me, that's why I said, who is the candidate? Who is the presidential character? Is it Peter Obi? Peter Obi have agreed that Atiku is his boss. How can you now be a president? For me, you are not in the league of people or characters that can be president. I've been in politics now 25 years of my life. I should be able to at least depict and know where the table is standing. I've been in opposition most of the time, except the time I was in PDP. And I've been able to see what we were able to do with Oba Rashidi Ladoja. May Almighty Allah give him a good reign and make Ibadan people have a better life and wonderful experience under his reign. When we left PDP in 2010, we had nothing. 3 months, we developed Accord. We were able to have House of Rep. We were able to have almost a governor. We were able to have House of Assembly. We held the governor to a ransom over a long period of time. 3 months. Why? Because there's consistency of purpose. We had an agenda. But in 2015, there was no agenda. There was no consistency. And I told my Oga at that time, sir, what we did in 2011 was because we were together and we had a focus. If we're not clear about what we're going to do in 2015, we're going to lose. He said, I've started again. I said, well, that's the reality of what is coming. We lost. The day we lost the election, I was in his house 7 a.m. He said, you have come again. I've just finished shaving a hand. I said, what I told you, sir. So because we might be younger, it doesn't mean we don't have brains. It doesn't mean we don't know the way forward. It doesn't mean we don't know how to do things.